In this lecture, we would like to discuss the Supreme Court direction given on 16th June 2026 to the Odisha government to provide the elderly women and her blind son a free PMAY house and old age pension. So, the very case was a show motto cognizance of the bench consisting Chief Justice Suryakant and Justice V.Mohana as the very fact of the case is relating to rehabilitation of an elderly woman and her blind son. So, this relates to the very welfare socialistic approach that is enshrined in the Constitution of India under Part 4 of the Constitution as directive principles of state policy. And the very question here rests regarding right to live dignifiedly. So, in that context, the very Article 38 of the Directive Principle of State Policy directs the state to provide the subjects and citizens right to shelter, right to adequate livelihood. So, also the very question rests regarding right to equality as provided under Article 14 of the Constitution, then right to a dignified life or right to livelihood as it enhanced the very provisions provided under right to life and personal liberty as guaranteed under Article 21 of the Constitution. So the first important case that arose in the question of right to life or adequate livelihood and right to equality and a dignified life in the landmark judgment delivered in the year 1978 in the Maneka Gandhi case relating to right to life and personal liberty, in particularly issuance of the travel document passport. Then it again raised in the another important case, Francis Kurali case, relating to right to speedy trial and right to personal liberty. And also in the 1985 famous judgment delivered by the apex court in Ulka Telly's case relating to right to livelihood. So, all this relates to Article 38 of Directive Principle of State Policy and the very provisions right to shelter, right to adequate livelihood, and Article 14 right to equality and right to life and personal liberty as provided under Article 21 of the Constitution, which are established their constitutional validity in the leading case of 1978, Maneka Gandhi versus Union of India, then Francis Kurelli versus the Government of New Delhi, Then Olga tell is case of 1985 of the Bombay Municipal Corporation. So here I would like to discuss the very adars of rehabilitation for the elderly women and her blind son as it was directed by the bench of Chief Justice Suryakant and Justice V.Mohana on 16th June 2026. So giving Sakar to an octogenarian mother who is battling poverty along with her 56-year-old blind son in a dilapidated structure in a remote Odisha village. Supreme Court on 16th June 2026, Tuesday, directed the state of Odisha to provide the women with a free Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana house and old age pension. So the very bench of Chief Justice Suryakant and Justice V.Mohana passed the order after taking sumoto cognizance of a heart-rendering news report that revealed the flight of recently widowed 80-year-old Radhika Bhue and her visually impaired son Jappa Bhue, living without basic amenities in a ramshackle asbestos structure that left them exposed to the elements. The Chief Justice of India led bench said the existence of such circumstances, if found to be true, strikes at very at of the constitutional guarantees enshrined under Article 14 and 21 of the Constitution of India, including the right to live with dignity. Such circumstances also raise concern regarding the very discharge of the state's constitutional obligations to ensure that these rights are not merely illusory but are realized in practice as it is directed under the directive principles of state policy, particularly for vulnerable and marginalized sections of the society. Constitution and continuation of such deprivation differently able citizens and an elderly dependent would be contrary to the constitutional vision of social justice and inclusiveness as it is provided under Part 4 of the Constitution under the head of directive principle of state policy and in particularly under Article 38 of the directive principle of state policy which provided that the state shall try to provide right to shelter and right to adequate livelihood. So, it may also amount to a failure to effectively implement welfare measures intended for the benefit of disadvantaged persons, as it was said by the Chief Justice of India led bench. Further, it added, such a scenario would run contrary to the very principles consistently evolved and enunciated by the apex court in a cadena of decisions aimed at safeguarding the rights of underprivileged and vulnerable and ensuring equality, dignity, and meaningful access to state support in the face of systematic neglect, as these are directed under Part 4 of the Constitution of India as the very head of directive principle of state policy, and in particularly under Article 38 of the Constitution of India, which directs the state or the Union of India and the state governments in the Union of India to facilitate and provide right to shelter and right to adequate livelihood, as it would bring to realize the very provision of Article 14, which deals with right to equality, and it also fulfills the very provisions provided under Article 21, and that is right to life and personal liberty. And all these objectives and directives of directive principle of state policy as provided under Article 38 of the Constitution and Article 14 and Article 21 of the Constitution of India were held in 1978 landmark judgment Maneka Gandhi versus Union of India. Then it was again held in the leading case, Francis Crowley case, and also in the 1985 landmark judgment, Olga Tellis versus Bombay Municipal Corporation case. So, almost in this lecture, we have discussed the very order and direction given by the Chief Justice of India led bench to the Government of Odisha to provide the elderly women and her blind son with a free Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana house and old age pension. So hereby would like to conclude this very order issued by the bench of Chief Justice of India, Justice Suryakant and Justice V.Mohana on 16th June 2026.